Welcome back for another Sims 4 speed build. Today we are building in Windenburg and we're doing a spa, so let's get right into it. As you can see here, I'm just sort of picking some lot traits. Wasn't real sure what to go with for a spa. Think I ended up with maybe bracing breezes and natural light. Oh, yeah, I got confused there for a second and started picking ones for a restaurant. And I was like, because I was briefly considering changing it to a restaurant instead of a spa. And I was like, no, I like the spa idea better. So decided to stick with that original plan. And so I'm trying to come up with a name for it. So Isla Spauna is what I ended up with. You can find that on the gallery if you just search that name. That's probably going to be the easiest way to find it. So we're getting started here. I wanted to do sort of an open courtyard style of a porch on the sort of the middle of the front. You can see how I'm looking through pillars. Was trying to look for the most Greco-Roman ones, and those are actually called Greco-Roman, I do believe. So those are the ones I ended up going with. I gave them sort of a green trim, because, you know, I do love me some green. So then I went sort of all around that and made one big room, which is, I'm going to be dividing that up a little bit here shortly, but I went and pulled out some more pillars. I had to adjust that space a little bit because I couldn't get them to line up quite right. And much better. I know it's a lot of pillars when you put your walls down and stuff, but hopefully it's not going to be too many for you. I think it looks pretty cool, and you'll see here I got a second floor on it and stuff in a bit, and it doesn't look quite as gaudy as it does right now. Wanted to have a nice high foundation, something very stonework oriented. I was sort of I thought about doing the jungle adventure set uh, textures and stuff with this, and I think this stone that I used here on the foundation is actually a get-together one, maybe? I'm not sure. But I ended up going with this instead. Um, I still wanted to carry that sort of Greco-Roman vibe, so it's going to have a lot of stone, but I also wanted to bring sort of modern elements, like it's this sort of ruin that's, you know, been sitting here collecting dust for however many centuries, and somebody decided to come along and, you know, turn it into a spa, put some windows in and, you know, a staircase up to the second floor, maybe replaced an existing staircase that would have been maybe inside or something. You know, we're going sort of an all stone theme here, so we're going with the stone walls that came with Get Famous and the marble floors that came with Get Famous as well. Starting to put some spa equipment in here. I wasn't sure how I wanted to arrange these exactly. So in the end, I tucked them in here pretty tight. Got 5 of them in there. I love those little half wall toppers that came with Dine Out. Very nice, very nice. I use those for quite a few things. And sort of just going through and doing the same thing on the other side. Did massage tables on this side and chairs on the other. I was sort of trying to go with a black and white theme, more or less, in here, so I was changing all the colors of those massage tables. I was trying to figure out what to do with this space. Originally, I was gonna go with the yoga and meditation stuff down here, and I was like, then I realized that it was sort of blocking the path to the uh, massage chairs there, so. Which seems to be a common theme with my builds, is blocking pathways. So, at least so far, we'll try and avoid that here in the future. We'll see how that goes. So, you can see here I'm getting rid of the yoga stuff and about to sort of experiment with a different route, which ended up sort of evolving and becoming what I ended up with. So, you'll see how that sort of evolves here in the next few minutes. Basically, putting in public bathrooms. So getting showers and toilets in there. Realized that I had messed up my walls on that side, so I had to redo those. Decided to mirror it. I'm a big fan of the mirroring technique with the uh, symmetry in my builds. And I don't know if you've checked any of my other builds out on the gallery or not, but I tend to put the ladies on the left. It's just easier to remember that way. Sometimes I don't think about it and I mix them up, but that's why I started trying to remember to put them on the same side every time. And I'm not a big user of the move objects cheats in my builds. At least for moving stuff, vertically up and down, because they tend to not function well for me with like getting sims actually using them. So I'm not a big fan of moving stuff vertically, but it is handy, especially with not windows, mirrors, to overlap them like that. So that's one of the few uses I get out of move objects. And I switched it over to retail lot for a minute to put the cash register in there. I feel like, a spa's going to charge you, right? They should have a cash register. So, I mean, even if it's not like a retail store, it's not a functional cash register, I still feel like it's not a bad thing to have in there. Oh, and I tried to squeeze the monolith in there, but it was way too big, and I was like, yeah, that's just gonna look stupid, so I ditched that idea. Ended up put this sign out front and decided, because symmetry and all that, that it needed something to go on the other side, so I looked through here and looked through here, and finally decided to just go with that little bit of ruins, and then adjusted it out so it matched the alignment on the other side of the stairs. And then I was looking to put some sort of lighting out here. Oh, now that I think about it, that's what I forgot to do. There are no lights in this build, so if you download this from the gallery, you might want to add some lights. The only lights I have are those 4 that I just added. That was just I just pulled up the gallery page like I was going to save it. That was just to get a front view, make sure I had the front on the actual front of the lot. Fortunately, it's a square lot, so it would have been easy enough to rotate the whole thing had I not had it aligned properly. But hey, I got lucky, and it's already aligned properly. So here I'm adding a second floor. I was considering just making it a single floor and leaving those columns sort of exposed And I was like, you know what? I really want to put like meditation and yoga in here. Also, I started out with freezes, and you can see on the inside there in the columns it wasn't showing up, so I ended up getting rid of that, going with the uh, floor trim, I think it's called. I think that's what they call it. Getting rid of all the freezes all the way around. That one stubborn one I couldn't get from the other side. So then I just, yeah, put the floor trim the rest of the way around. And you can see here I needed a spot to get up there. Not really the best spot for those stairs, probably, but in the end, I think I made it work alright. Um, Ended up building two staircases and only using one. You'll see the one to the right, well, the far side right now, ends up getting deleted here in a bit. Make room for something else. And a little bit of a balcony, because, it's very nice view out here, They should have a spot that they can come outside and enjoy it. And that's where I end up putting the meditation stools a little later. I've been building very open floor plan type stuff lately, and I'm kind of enjoying it. You know, big open rooms instead of smaller subdivided rooms. So you can see here I'm leaving pretty much everything really open, both on the first floor and the second. Um, I mean, there are a few things that I got, sort of in their separate rooms, but for the most part, it's all open, and I've been doing the houses like that lately too. Uh, I've really been kind of enjoying building like that. Um, yeah, so you can see there, I just plopped the sauna in there, and we went with the opaque door. It's not completely clear, but you can still see through it pretty easily. Getting these frosted windows in here. I thought about putting them in the sauna, and I was like, nah, it's a little too much. The door is enough, you know, exhibitionism, I guess. I don't know. I mean, they're just in towels, but still, it's like, in the sauna, dude. Don't be watching me. This is where I was sort of trying to bring a little more of that modern vibe to it, putting these big windows in. I didn't want to overdo it with them. I tend to go all the way around a building, as you may have seen if you've seen my live stream. uh, but I still wanted to get a few in here because I did want to have that, modernly renovated feel to it. So that's more or less what it looked like. I went to save it and realized that I didn't have any kind of roof on that second floor. Apparently it didn't build a ceiling even. Oh, apparently I noticed something else the first time. Oh, and then I noticed the roof. Okay. Not sure what I had missed that first time, but the second time was the roof, and I fixed that. So, just not the lights. Making sure the trim's all the way around like it is on the first floor, and that I'm actually good to go ahead and save it now. And give it a nice little description, and upload it to the gallery. This is probably me sitting there thinking about what I'm going to type, and there we go. And there we go. There you have it, folks. That was a spa on the island in Windenburg. So if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like this, go ahead and subscribe, and I'm going to keep putting out videos like this. Hopefully you'll watch them. See you later.